So why is the water on the Mississippi Gulf Coast like the water on the Mississippi Gulf Coast? Don't get me wrong, the beaches are absolutely gorgeous. You just don't see a whole lot of people in the water, and the ones you do see in the water tend to have out-of-state plates. Which begs the question, what's wrong with the water on the coast, and what makes it that way? The main issues, at least according to the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality, are bacteria and certain types of algae. They'll routinely test the waters there, and they routinely close the beaches and issue no contact warnings. In fact, it's become a little bit of a controversy. A lot of the businesses along the coast lose a lot of money every time the beaches close, and it's insinuated by many that the MDEQ could maybe chill out a little bit with the alerts. While others say, if there's something dangerous in there, we want to know about it. Now, the Mississippi Gulf Coast isn't the only coastline that has these issues. Florida's got it, Alabama's got it, but Mississippi is unique in that whenever we have a contaminant in our water, there are two major factors that keep it there. Number one is the murkiness of our water. Now, that murkiness tends to just trap any sort of contaminants in there and keeps it from washing out. And Mississippi has a lot of sediment in the water thanks to the Mississippi River. Now, the tributaries for the Mississippi River are mind-bogglingly huge. I mean, you take a look at this map, everything that's in blue on this map is a tributary for the Mississippi River. That means anything that gets in those waters tends to flow into the Mississippi, which then flows into the Gulf Coast. And that includes pesticides, pollutants, sewage runoff, what have you. It all rolls into the Mississippi Gulf along with tons of sediment, and that sediment makes a murkiness that just keeps everything there. The other issue is our barrier islands. Even if something can get out of our sediment, if it hits those islands, it stops like it's hitting a wall. That's why if you go out to Ship Island or Horn Island or Cat Island, the water tends to be a whole lot cleaner on the other side. In other words, the issue with the water isn't so much anything the coast is doing, we have nature working against us. And pollutants are only one of the problems we have in the water. The other issue are nutrients. Not too few, too many. Thanks to farming and fertilizer upstream, we get too many nutrients in the water, and those nutrients cause things like algae blooms. The problem with algae blooms is that they tend to deplete all the oxygen in the water. That kills the native plants, it kills the fish, it causes things like the giant dead zone we have out in the Gulf, and things like the red tide we had back in 2019. Now, there are some things we can do here in Mississippi to help. For example, the money that we got from the BP oil spill, millions of that has been used to repair sewer lines and to fix drainage issues along the Mississippi coast so that fewer of our contaminants are winding up in the water. Some of that money has also been going to reestablishing some of our wetlands because those wetlands act as a fantastic natural filter. But the lion's share of cleaning up the Mississippi Gulf Coast doesn't actually land on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. It lands on the farming industries further upstream. And until those practices see a change, we're going to keep seeing this same problem here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, where the only folks swimming in it are the ones who don't know any better.